We have a good deal of equipment here in the newsroom that takes care of our film and our news wire coming in here and all the different parts of a television newscast. Our entire news staff works out of this room. They're not all here at the present time. There are a couple who are out on beats in the city taking up news and so forth. But Bob Bryce is here, whom you see on the 10:05 news, and Mrs. Shirley Barkham, who is our film librarian and so forth, is out here. Let's just take a look around the newsroom and pan our camera around, Ken, and we can take a look at the size of our newsroom and a couple of people at work. There's Bob Bryce over there. He's writing some news for one of the radio newscasts coming up. Shirley Barkham is preparing some material that will go on at noon today.
Certainly are no stranger at all to our television cameras. As Bob mentioned before, if you aren't already, do you plan to be a Packer fan in the future?
Oh, I certainly do. There's no doubt about that. I'm looking forward to that game this afternoon.
And you're originally from this territory, aren't you?
Well, right next door over here in Minnesota, yeah.
That was the University of Minnesota you attended at one time, didn't you?
Well, yes, I went to the University of Minnesota for a short while. I also, the first college I went to was down here at Beloit College in southern Wisconsin.
Well, Herb, today is the first day of March, and from the looks of the wind speed indicator, we don't have much wind today. What do you think about this old adage about March coming in like a lion and going out like a lamb?
Well, I like the rhyme that it has. It's a good saying. It's very interesting. But today, it's a different story. Let's look at the weather map.
Okay.
The weather map has a different picture. There's very warm summertime temperatures down south in the southern states and cold temperatures up here. There is some falling pressures through the western plains that could be brewing, and depends upon what track it'll be moving across the states.
In other words, very definitely, the lion could be at the door in the very near future.
He's wagging his tail, Bob.
Very good.
Will you please join the Packer Band in singing our national anthem?
People. Action. People. Action. For the people, for the news, to power action news.
You know, Bobby, people around here sure have it made on Saturday night.
You're so right, Barbara. Every Saturday at 5:30, they get all the local and state news from Dean Bunting and the Action News team.
There's weather with meteorologist Greg Story and all the sports with Glenn Deemer.
And then my favorite show.
And mine, too.
The Lawrence Welk Show at 6.
That's the start of a pretty powerful Saturday night. Action News with Dean Bunting.
Followed by the Lawrence Welk Show at 6.
It takes more than just cameras and equipment to make a television station work. It takes people. And at WBAY-TV, we've got some of the most professional people in the business. Engineers, secretaries, on-air talent. They're all dedicated to bringing you the best television you'll ever see. At WBAY-TV, people are the difference.
For years, people have turned to WBAY-TV for all the news, weather, and sports. Today, they know that for news, Action News is the best. Consider people like Chuck Ramsey and Tom Zalaski. Easy to understand. Jerry Burke's live nightly reports from the Fox River Valley. Meteorologist John Chandick and SpectraScan. And John Campbell's complete sports coverage. Action News. Immediate, designed for you, powered by people. Watch tonight at 6 and 10. You know, WBAY-TV's reputation for news leadership stands unequaled in northeastern Wisconsin. Know why? It's people power. Action News is staffed by an excellent team of reporters and photographers. Individually and as a group, they're simply the best news people in the area. You get more out of Action News because these people put more into it. Action News, immediate, designed for you, powered by people. Watch tonight at 6 and 10. Did you ever notice the quality of reports you see every night on Action News? There's good reason for it. Action News simply has the very best news people in the area. They make every report accurate and easy to understand. And you feel more like a participant because their reports put you right in the center of the story. Action News, immediate, designed for you, powered by people. Watch tonight at 6 and 10.
Leadership, stability, long-term involvement. That's Channel 2 Action News, Northeast Wisconsin's leading news team with Chopper 2, which showed you the destruction caused by a major fire at a Sheboygan company. Brought you aerial coverage of the destruction caused by a tornado in New London. Took you to the scene of a fire in Kaukauna that destroyed a clothing warehouse. And Chopper 2 gave you a bird's eye view of the Green Bay and Western Railroad, which had trouble routing its boxcars through Kewanee and across Lake Michigan. Chopper 2, the shortest distance between you and the news. Involved to bring you the news faster whenever it happens, wherever it happens. Chopper 2, part of WBAY-TV's commitment to serve you better than anyone else. When you look for leadership in television news, look to WBAY-TV's Action News team.
When you needed help, Channel 2 was there. Live reports every half hour from our team of meteorologists gave you information you needed to weather Snowstorm Catawba. Jerry Burke and Carmen Winkler brought you live reports on the storm conditions in the valley and the lakeshore. And we brought you special reports throughout the night to keep you up to date. WBAY was involved with helping you in a time of need because Channel 2 is committed to serving the community. And we'll be there the next time bad weather strikes. At WBAY-TV, when you're involved, we're involved. 24 hours a day.
To be the best sports team in northeastern Wisconsin, you've got to understand northeastern Wisconsin. Channel 2's Joe Schmidt, Bill Jartz, and Ken Krause understand our area like natives. Their experience means you understand sports. Not just the pros, but the sporting activities native to Wisconsin. Sports you can participate in. It's involvement that shows 7 days a week. Joe Schmidt, Bill Jartz, and Ken Krause. WBAY-TV's local sports team on Channel 2's Action News. When you're involved, we're involved.
I'm Diane Sawyer. Action News has been involved with you since 1953, and they've never been involved more than now. TV2 celebrating 30 years of involvement.
I'm Charles Carroll. Since 1953, Action News has kept you up to date with the news that's important to you. TV2 celebrating 30 years of involvement.
I'm Bill Curtis. Since 1953, Action News has been involved with you, and they've never been involved more than now. TV2 celebrating 30 years of involvement.
WBAY-TV, Green Bay.
Channel 2 Action News at 6 o'clock, the leading newscast in northeastern Wisconsin with anchorman Chuck Ramsey, chief meteorologist John Chandick, sports director Joe Schmidt, live reports from Jerry Burke and Carmen Winkler, and the Action News team.
30 years ago this week, J. Fred Muggs joined Dave Garroway on the Today Show. The new Milwaukee Braves won their home opener behind Warren Spahn, and Michael Griffin became Green Bay's first TV news anchorman. Daily at 6:30 on Channel 2, following How's the Weather and Let's Talk Sports with Claire Stone.
1953, the year television came to northeastern Wisconsin with WBAY-TV Channel 2. First then and first today with the news you need. WBAY-TV and CBS showing you when you're involved, we're involved.
It must be WBAY. We're the one and only. Everybody's saying it must be TV2. Come on, turn on to see what's hot is hot. Everybody wants a piece of what we've got. It's the non-stop hip-hop on top of the best it can be. Everybody's saying it must be TV2. It must be TV2.
ABC and Channel 2. The best in news, information, entertainment. ABC, America's most watched network. Channel 2, watched by more people for more years than any other television station in Northeast Wisconsin. ABC and Channel 2. People you can count on.